There's a lot of things I want to say right now without putting it and dragging on, but I'll basically put in this point. Just to make it a really quick video and just call it a day. The Vanessa scenes like made no sense. One moment she's good and cheery, the next moment she's just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna put a bullet in your head if you ever come back again. Another moment was the way they tied in like the thought process of like him going through his dreams. I guess that kind of made sense. But it didn't make sense. It really didn't make sense of why the whole story was basically just surrounded by the incentive of his brain, his mind, and he's trying to keep going deeper and deeper and further. I guess it kind of made less sense. It does make less sense. I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll take that L. It makes no sense, deeper and deeper. And then when he finally meets him, he hardly gets nothing. He doesn't get a voice line. He doesn't get nothing. He don't get no like actual infrastructure. It's just like, oh, they just won't talk to me. Good writing, I guess. Another one was the Willy and Afton. Anthem. I keep saying Anthem. Afton. He just felt like a cameo to the movie, to the own show. He felt like a cameo. That's all he felt like. He felt like a cameo. He had like no screen time. Then before someone said, well, what about the ending part? Of course, the ending part, because that's the way the movie was supposed to end. Was him being basically Spring-like. Which a Spring-like suit was. I'm not a big fan of gore, but it could have been a little bit better. Okay, he just puts a hat on and says, "Yep, I'll be back." That's all he did. That's all he did. That's all he literally did was put the hat on and said, "Yeah, I'll be back, guys." So yeah, peace, deuces. Anyway, for the next one, I guess the cameos, you know, besides Willy Anthem, where he felt like a cameo in the movie, it was the game Matt Pat, that was a good cameo. Massive. He said his little catchphrase, but that's just a theory. That's just a gay theory. And then Corey Kitchen had his cameo, which was sick. And the actual ending in the theater. In a theater version, there's like a cameo at the end of it. I don't know if it's in the Peacock version, but in a theater version, I didn't watch it. I watched it. I watched it for free. Okay, I'm a criminal. I'm a too big criminal. Okay, I watched it for free. But in the theater version, he did like another one with the Bloom Boy. You know what's funny? Bloom Boy had more cameos in the movie, had more scenes than Willy Anthem did. Okay, all right, he had more parts in the movie. Okay. I know he had the whole like the beginning part where he was talking to Mike Schmidt and whatever, but come on. And another one, the main part of the video, the movie should have been longer. They were tying in too many stuff. They were tying in lore, they were tying in the story itself, without the removal of lore. They were just tying in the movie itself, and they were trying to tie in the story. They were just trying to tie in the story with lore, the movie, and the story itself, and all three were colliding over and over again. It made no sense. Like, you could literally tell when they had the fort scene, that made like no sense. Like, come on, that made no sense, dude. Like, I sat down and tried to think a little bit on it. It's like, yeah, that makes sense, I guess, a little bit, the whole like them still being kids. But come on, let's be fair. If I am a child stuck in a suit running away because I was killed, I don't think I'm gonna be like, oh, cheery and happy, especially when they're connected and they all know each other basically through Mike Schmidt's dream or whatever. Because it makes sense, you know, Mike is being pulled to the pizzeria somewhere or another to all lore, whatever stuff. I don't forgot, but you know, but when you have all that stuff pushed together, it's just a roller coaster of random stuff that makes no sense. The horror gore stuff kind of a little bit there wasn't a lot of gore, but a lot of the kills didn't really make much sense. They didn't have to kill the one girl who watches Abby every day. That didn't make no sense to kill her. You know what I mean? That really didn't make any sense completely at all. And then they never touched back on it. They just gave up. The movie just gave it up. Or like the part where Mike literally beat up somebody over a misunderstanding and got nothing. He didn't get no jail time. He got no verdict from no judge. It was like, oh, it's all right. He didn't mean to do it. But here's another job. You know what I mean? So the movie didn't make a lot of sense, and it was really confusing because it's kind of hard to sum up a movie in 50 minutes. I know the movie was almost like, it was like 2 hours. It was an hour and like 48 or 42 minutes, right? But only 30 seconds within the movie actually felt like the peak FNAF. It made sense. They got the plot and story on point. Especially when they were trying something new, which that, you know, obviously saying the games are different from the movies are different from the book, you know what I'm saying? So it made sense, but past 30 minutes, it was a bunch of random stuff that kind of didn't make much sense. And it was like they were throwing it all together and just shuffled it up, picked it out of the box, and said, we're gonna go with this. So it kind of felt like what Scott did with Security Breach. He said, here guys, take what you want, do what you want with it, as long as it follows the lore a little bit, go ahead. That's kind of how it felt like. I felt like there was a third party within it, and that's all I'm saying. But to basically clear it off, to end this whole rant, this whole shebang, the movie should have been longer. That's all I'll say. The movie should honestly be longer to explain more stuff, because a lot of it was really dumb. And before somebody be like, well, the movie's not, dude, I was but a wee child, but a baby watching this stuff. This is like a childhood. This is like something I'm passionate about, because this was it. This was peak. The Gmos horse film like stuff. Like, come on, this is childhood. This was whole childhood and stuff. You know what I mean? This was childhood and stuff. And when I see stuff like this, it just makes like no sense. So you can't say the movie's not for everybody when I'm literally a fan for years, like a veteran, like waiting. Is that, you know what's actually crazy? It's crazy that there's a lot of people who will never be able to watch this movie because they're dead. Like that, it's wild. That's actually a wild thing. That's a wild theory to think about. That's a wild theory to think about. That's wild. But besides all this, it's crazy. It's crazy that it didn't feel right. None of them. There was no adaptation to this. This was a dumb moment. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It was a good movie. I still give it a 10 out of 10 because childhood. But if I had to go lore-wise was at least a 5 out of 10. Lore-wise, because, you know, I guess they did the whole spring lock suit failure. That makes sense. Mike coming to the location makes sense. Having vivid hallucinations and stuff, and which is an interesting way they did it, would made sense. But the whole like Ford stuff, story-wise, besides like the story continuing after 30 minutes, was, I'll give it like a 4 out of 10. It kind of sucked. 10 out of 10 from the beginning, but not like a 5 or 6 out of 10 towards the end of the movie. Besides, if you cut out the cameos and like the spring lock failure, all that stuff made sense. But a lot of it was really stupid and dumb, and it felt like they rushed. It felt like it was a rushed movie. You can't really do much in 50 minutes. I'm gonna keep it real with you, especially when you're trying to explain something as deep as this, as deep as it goes. It felt mid. So 10 out of 10 movie, but you can't do much in 50 minutes. And I keep saying 50 minutes because 30 minutes within it was good, but 50 minutes out there was kind of lame. I'm gonna keep it real with you. So I'm just gonna keep it here. I'm gonna put this video right here, and probably in a later day I'll probably go a bit more in detail on what I feel about it personally, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. L. This was an L. This was a rare L moment, unfortunately. I love the movie a lot, but I have a lot of mixed feelings about how it was implemented. Yeah, that's the word. Implemented. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it for today's video. Peace. I'll probably do something else. If you're in my Discord, join my Discord, whatever. If you have anything personal to, if you feel like if I'm just yapping, there's a comment section below, you know, just type whatever you feel like. And yeah, about that. And also video wise, I'm going to you know, I'm basically going to do all the videos that I have set up in my Discord server. That's the ones I'm gonna do for the rest of the week. That'll be it. Anyways, peace.